It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Kareem Hunt.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick slant to Watson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first corner. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. On first and 10, it's Hall. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Holding offense. What's the deal, y'all?
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
2nd and 5. They'll run again with Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. You talk about this Jets defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL at stopping the run.
When people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ballgame because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. The Bills had a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Allen now on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
14 yards that time for number 14. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
56.
Now Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
You ain't going nowhere.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. That escapes the sack. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Nifty move. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Second and goal from the 1. Allen now looks to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs within sight now of the all-time record for touchdowns in a career. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
This will be caught at about the 5. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And 4 at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
Kareem Hunt.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Ready? Roll, roll.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it lines up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On play action, Allen fighting to stay upright, steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
You ain't doing nothing today.
The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw. That is caught.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He finds Wilson.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again.
Locates Mooney on the out route.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up. The big fella.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team, and no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half.
I'm all over you.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. 2nd down in the yard. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. Tyreek Hill, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings.
Rashad White.
What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, Well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Bills to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
First down, Buffalo.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
123 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
First down, Bills.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
Bills first down.
To the air, Allen.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the 1-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here, offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again from their own end zone.
Complete to Mooney on the slant.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Oh, good move. Escapes the defender.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There's the versatile back Kareem Hunt getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Interference. Defense.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get. And the more frenetic things get, the more points you can score. And that's what you want to see. and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was
and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks from a yard out, and the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jets 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well,
the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone...
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And now it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
140 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Well, let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 12-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. There he goes left side.
Now he's loose again. Kareem Hunt moving inside the 20.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Kareem Hunt,
88 yards.
And the Bills are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I'm all over you.
The New York set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete to Mooney.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he is is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Lockdown, baby.
Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And this is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 39 yards.
And the Bills continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Caught. It's Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow. That ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And the Bills getting set to go.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Down the numbers. There he goes. How about this? Kareem Hunt racing to the end zone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 83 yards. And the Bills have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
DeForest Buckner in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
2nd and long. Take it in left side. It's Wilson.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and 9 here.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, these two teams met earlier in the year in Buffalo with the Bills winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then against the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game.
He's got a man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
On first down, Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. That catch now puts him at 1,094 in his career. And in recent memory, he passed Reggie Wayne, Anquan Bolden, T.O. on the list. And now he's even. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
18 Cardinal.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. We may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. They run again with Hunt. Oh, what a juke. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And the Bills first down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Buffalo, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.